She went and did the same thing. I'm really mad.
The NFL is on EA Sports as we bring you a look inside Highmark Stadium here at Orchard Park, New York. Tonight we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Buffalo Bills. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And some space here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. This defense for the Bills, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Jackson. He'll let it fly for Austin. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in Week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They start the drive with Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. McLean. It's complete to Diggs. A solid stiff arm. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
A good throw there, and this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams will be happy with okay, and early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the huddle? Those types of things. That's what people are looking for.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Back to throw. McLean swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. The Bills 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Montez Sweat with a tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Cook again. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down.
I know flashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
From the gun on 3rd down, McLean. And Diggs has it. Touchdown, Bills. Stephon Diggs with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Bills respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Slot man moves right. Play action. It's Jackson. He finds his man complete. That's Peters. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through a 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
60 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
Hey, hey. 2nd and 9 from the 10. 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 2nd and 9 from the 10.
To throw is Jackson. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Gregory Rousseau coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5. These two teams all tied after one. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. McLean. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McLean. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Option play. Here's Cook. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That was a really nice play, being able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. On 2nd down, Cook.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. They'll run for it. Cook. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. They run it again with Cook. And able to work his way down to the 16. 40 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll give to Cook on the read option, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Cook is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
They try again with Cook. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And this time he is in. James Cook, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills have moved out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Jackson now. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Steelers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Von Miller. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now it's Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to let it go again. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
To throw on second down. McLean going deep for Diggs.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. McLean throwing right, and that's complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, McLean setting up the screen for Cook. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
Football, it's blocked.
Well, maybe that's the spark that they needed here, Charles. Trailing, but a big block. We'll see if that swings the momentum a bit.
You mentioned the word spark. I'm just wondering, as they went off the field and the offense was coming out, did one of those special teams members say, hey, obviously we haven't given up on this one. We've given you a little bit of a spark. What are you going to do with it?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line up.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Again, it's Cook. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on third down, McLean. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Cook up the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Option play. Here's Cook. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give running right, it's Cook. To about the 48-yard line. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Up the middle, it's Cook. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first. Now Cook running right. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Running on first down is Cook, but he didn't find much there. Call it a gain of 3, 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll try the middle with Cook. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Back to throw. McLean. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. First down would have been nice, but now you get to kick the field goal, still go up 2 scores.
They tried to get it, though, didn't they? Threw the pass, got the completion just short of the first down. But you're exactly right. Run the field goal unit out there, kick it, put it through the posts, go up 2 scores.
And his kick is indeed good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. complete to Austin here over the middle. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Harris. Going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Now Jackson. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the Bills are going to recover. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble. I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So it wasn't the line that jumped that time, the second level.
No, that's a great observation because most of the time it's those guys up front so eager to get off on the snap. They do it, but in this case, you're exactly right. Second level, probably because they moved up to the first level, and that hurts them.
The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because, remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for Buffalo, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the New York Jets come to town. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.